where we have to, in meditation, start someplace. And the place we start is really the healing of oneself. The development of a strong chakra system that can keep the heart open, mind quiet, sexual energy in tow, and heal ourselves because all of these energies, are chaotic energies when we don't apply consciousness to them. We can master these energies, but we have to learn how to do it. And we have to realize that the first step in the evolution of a spiritual life is not, the dialogue you have with God and all that stuff. It's healing oneself, building inside a system that truly taps the highest level of one's own humanity, where there's love, there's compassion, there's the ability to share that love and that compassion with other human beings, the ability to serve people and to serve God on this planet, the ability to do consciously with, a graciousness and a kindness in the world. That's the first place. Once we can manage that, the rest of it is pretty easy. And I mean that. The rest of it is very easy because, cosmic energy, God, whatever you want to call it, it's looking for people here that are human so that energy can be transmitted, in the world. So the first step in this meditation is truly the development of the highest levels of one's own humanity. And these are words that everybody speaks about. Love your parents, love your children, love your husbands, love your wives, love your friends. I mean, this is like common jargon in everyday life. Very few people can do it, mostly because they can't love themselves. So the first step is building a system that is capable of liking and loving oneself. And I don't mean egotistically, I mean unselfishly. I mean finding one's own self-worth as a human being. And then being able to share that with other people and share that with life. Now, this is not easy. The only reason it's not easy is we're up against the one person that's the most difficult person we have to be up against, and that's ourselves. That's why it's not easy. But once we can get us to shut our mouths and get our minds quiet and emotions stop rambling and sexual energy, used to truly, heal ourselves, that create a spiritual life inside. Once we can master these energies, it all falls in line. Chakra system is developed, and we become a point in a triangle that connects life with God. Does anyone have a question they would like to ask? I think it's much better to live this way than to spend every day beating oneself up, angry and unhappy and miserable and fighting and conflicted and knowing better than everyone else. That's probably the worst disease, knowing better than everybody else. Having humility, listening to other people, learning from other people what one has to learn to grow in their own life. Not being afraid to make mistakes. Because probably the ninth deadly sin is this thing in people that have to be perfect. That has to be perfect. Or then you really beat yourself up because there's nobody perfect. We're all a bunch of characters stumbling around here trying to find our way, to God. Does anyone else, or does anyone have a question they would like to ask?
I have a question, Stuart, Chris. Uh,
Yes,
Stuart, would you please talk about not knowing? I find that I'm so greatly relieved of late because I am getting to be okay
hey,
with
look,
not
Chris,
knowing.
what can you possibly know in life? I mean, it's so vast. It's
Yeah.
like this labyrinthine maze of so much that goes on this planet, in this world, in ourselves. What the hell can we know? So it's much better to listen to life and say, okay, I can learn.
Mhm.
I can learn. I don't have to know better than anybody else. I don't have to superimpose my ego on another human being. I can listen to them. I can learn something about what I have to do to grow as a human being. And I know this doesn't go well when you're dealing in the business world and everybody knows better than, and they're all beating each other up all the time and swindling each other and the greed and all that crap that goes on. But so what? What does it matter? Every situation exists in your life and my life to teach us how to become more human.
Yeah.
And the first step is listening, not knowing better than anyone else. You never know how God is going to manifest in your life. I remember sitting with Rudy in his store, and this bag lady walked in. And, instead of getting upset and throwing her out, he went up, he was so kind to her. And it was wonderful to see. And he came back and he said to me, Stuart, you never know how God is going to manifest in your life.
Yeah.
You never know. And ultimately, how much can we know?
Yeah.
The greatest, I mean, Einstein just shrugged his shoulders and said, it has to be God. I mean, I give up. It's got to be God, you know?
Yeah, I think I've had a lot of confusion about being responsible and thinking I needed to know. And now I'm giving that up.
The less you know, the more responsible you will be.
I believe you.
You don't have to dump your knowledge on other, kids, children, they don't want to hear lectures. They just want to be loved.
Right.
I remember my daughter used to get in all kinds of trouble when she was younger. And the only thing I said to her was, what did you learn?
Hmm.
I didn't give her a long lecture on the right way to live. I just said, what did you learn? What did you learn? And boy, that was something because it really woke her up. But it took a long time for her to begin to, now she's starting to learn. It's really wonderful to see.
That's great.
Extraordinary.
Yeah.
But that's what I used to say to her. I didn't give her a lecture, the right way to live. What did you learn? What did you learn? My reality is not her reality, but what did she learn in her reality about what she just did?
That's great. Thank you.
No, you're welcome. This is very important because we're very good at lecturing people, but everything we lecture them about goes in one ear and out the other. They don't want to hear it. Love me. That's what they want, unconditional love. And of course, it goes against all this crap that these politicians, they do nothing but beat each other up and try to destroy each other. And I mean, really, they're all a bunch of murderers. They just want to kill each other, destroy somebody else's life instead of what can I do to compassionately love this other human and listen to them? And maybe they have something to teach me. about how I can live my life. I mean, that would be a great politician, and one of them would just do it, you know?
That's right.
What do the Republicans have that the Democrats need to learn? What do the Democrats, you know, instead of just trying to destroy each other?
Yeah.
What do the Palestinians have that the Israelis need to learn? What do the Israelis have that the Palestinians need to listen to each other? Get a little peace in the world. But no, everybody wants you know, it's a land grab, you know. What can we get
Yeah.
out of this? It's stupid. It's just stupid, endlessly stupid, you know. So you want to answer your question, Chris, is don't know so much.
That's great.
Don't know so much. Just love other people and listen to them. Let your children, your parents, you know, everyone be a teacher.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Does anyone else have a question they would like? Okay, if there are no more questions, there'll be meditation tomorrow evening. Thank you. God bless you. You're all my teacher. I keep telling you that, you know. I come here and you're all sitting here, and I learn what I have to learn to get to God from the presence of all of you. So thank you. Thank you very much for being in my life, and God bless you all. There'll be meditation tomorrow evening. Oh, as I announced before I took my short vacation, there'll be no class on Sunday evening. If you'd like to attend the afternoon classes and you're not on my mailing list, you just let me know. And I will put your email address on my mailing list and you'll get invites to the classes that they take place 1 o'clock my time, which is in, you know, on the West Coast, it's 10 o'clock. In Europe, it's 7 o'clock in the evening. In Israel, it's 9 o'clock. I mean, it's all over the world, you know. So just let me know and I will put you on the list. Thank you. God bless you all. Hope to see you soon.
Bye, Stuart.
Thank
Thank
you
you.
very
Thanks,
Thank you,
Stuart.
Stuart.
See you
much.
someday.
Thank